By now, I'm sure at least most of you have gotten the unfortunate news that Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, has passed away. I'm not gonna lie, this news hit me in a real crazy way because I woke up at about 5 something in the morning and I saw that one of the bros on Facebook tagged me in the post that was made about 7 hours prior. At first, I thought it was just some goofball trying to troll as usual, right? You know those people that'll post a celebrity picture in black and white and then they'll end up putting the caption like, "Action star Jackie Chan at age 62 has peacefully passed by a convenience store on his way to the movies with his wife." And you be looking at the post like, "You old punk motherfucker." And see, that's exactly what I thought was going on here too. But then I started scrolling down, right? And I'm starting to see damn near everybody on my newsfeed posting about RIP Akira Toriyama, rest in power. Damn son, I can't believe this. This is crazy, bro. And it finally set in. Bro, this is real. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I haven't had some news about somebody famous passing away hit me this hard since Stan Lee. And before that, Chadwick Boseman. And before that, Muhammad Ali. It's crazy that damn near every famous person that I've wanted to meet at least once just seems to be passing away left and right. I mean, you got cats like Muhammad Ali, Charlie Murphy, MF Doom, Sean Price, Stan Lee, Paul Mooney, John Witherspoon, Prodigy, Chadwick Boseman, Dr. Cress Welsing, Coolio, Kentaro Miura, Kim Jong-gi, DMX, Jay Dilla, and a long list of other people I can't think of right now. People I wanted to meet and shake their hand at least once. Seem to be clocking out this motherfucker left and right. I don't know, maybe I should stop wanting to meet people. I'm starting to feel like bad luck out this motherfucker. Nah. But I don't know, it just seems like this is really just yet another reminder that none of us are going to be in this world forever, no matter who you are. And you know, despite Akira being only like 68 years old, I figured he would have stuck around for at least maybe another 20 years or so. I mean, it's real easy for us to forget just how little time we really have when we think about it in retrospect. I mean, you got so many people who think of death as like, oh man, that's just something that old people gotta worry about. Nah, son. You be a damn fool to think that this joint comes with an age limit on it. I mean, come on, son. You got babies who die in the womb. Never even got to see the sun once in their life, bro. So yeah, ain't no such thing as too young with this. Also, something to think about is just how damn fast time seems to be going by in more recent years. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause time does not pass the same way that it used to back in the day. Cause I mean, back in the day when I was a kid, a year felt like 10 years. Nowadays, a year feels like just a few months. Think about it. It was just January like 10 minutes ago, bro. I mean, 2024 ain't even halfway over, and yet before we know it, it'll be 2025. How many times have you just sat and thought, thinking to yourself, I was literally 21 years old like a week ago. What do you mean I'm 28 now? It's really just something to think about. But personally, I can't help but to look back and just be pissed off at myself for all the time that I've really wasted instead of consistently pursuing my goals. Sometimes I'll be scrolling on social media and I'll see some posts that'll say something like, hey, don't worry yourselves too much. You know, Tolkien didn't write Lord of the Rings until he was in his 40s. And see, as reassuring as that may be, I still don't want to take too much comfort in hearing that and end up making a mistake of convincing myself that I have all the time in the world. Because I really don't. None of us do. But old boy being able to see his own work not only completed, but also appreciated by millions of people all over the world, which is a blessing. And see, that's why I hope and pray that I'm able to finish my own comic during my time here. Of course, there's some other things I want to make sure I get done as well. But that's one of my main goals, you know, because one of my biggest fears is not being able to finish something that I started that I'm very serious about. Because when I take something serious, I gotta see it through. Now, I've had my criticisms about Dragon Ball and things that I wish could have been done to make the story a little bit better and a little more interesting, specifically with Dragon Ball Super. And the thing is, I've actually scripted and recorded an entire video about why I started to lose interest in Dragon Ball Super. But this was almost like a year ago when I made it. You know, but even then it still wasn't a dig at Toriyama, but the story itself. You know, I thought about putting it out sometime this month, but now I don't know. I don't think I'll be releasing it anytime soon. I think I might just save it for a later date. It just wouldn't feel right putting it out right now. But that aside, Dragon Ball was one of the main reasons I even got into making art and storytelling. I mean, for almost 5 years, from 4th grade to 7th grade, my art style was straight up based on Akira Toriyama's artwork, like full-fledged. I mean, Dragon Ball was my gateway into the realm of anime. I think, maybe. I still can't remember clearly if it was either Dragon Ball Z or Guyver, but I think it was Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I remember all throughout the 2000s when the Budokai games came out, and I became ridiculously obsessed with the series. Every time I got some allowance money, some birthday money, some Kwanzaa money, I was buying mad stuff Dragon Ball related. Manga, VHS tapes, DVDs, action figures, video games, or a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so I could battle motherfuckers at lunchtime in middle school. I mean, quick side note, I still can't believe how fast I started to understand that game and how it worked once I started playing. But that was back then. I don't know about this current version of Yu-Gi-Oh, because I'm looking at that joint like, hold up, this ain't the card game I played back in 2006. But anyway, DBZ was all the rage back then, especially with the Budokai games and later on the Tenkaichi games, and of course Toonami putting us on game after school hours. And mind you, this is the pre-Crunchyroll era we're talking about, so if it wasn't for Toonami, we wouldn't have seen much anime to begin with. I remember begging my moms, right, to cop that last volume of Dragon Ball Z, which at the time was only just coming out in the US. I know I got on her damn nerves constantly bringing it up for her to go get it. Sorry about that, Mom. But appreciate you for stopping at Barnes & Nobles to pick it up for me though. I still remember that new book smell when I took it out the plastic. Just reading it long after already seeing the final episodes of the Buu Saga on Toonami, and the feeling just starting to finally set in that this right here, at least at the time, was going to be the last that we were ever going to see of Dragon Ball. I mean, it was a real sad realization, but we actually made peace with it, all the while wishing that we could get at least a little bit more from the story. All in all though, this is really the end of an era. My personal criticisms of Super aside, there were also a plethora of other things that I also enjoyed and gained much inspiration from with Dragon Ball as a whole. So thank you to Akira Toriyama for being such a great influence to not only my generation, but the generation before and the many more to come who will hopefully enjoy this story as much as we have. And I'm glad that you got your flowers while you were still around to smell them. Peace.